Good evening, Dan here, and this is the final video blog for the course that we've been working through. Hard to believe we're at the end, but here we are. This week we are supposed to discuss or talk about the book that we've been going through, The Outrageous Idea of Christian Scholarship by George Marsdens, and kind of give our viewpoints, maybe some things that we got out of it as well, and what we thought about the book. I thought it was a very interesting book. I liked it. I kind of liked how we went through a chapter each week. That was very interesting. It had a lot of good information, and he kind of laid everything out, in a orderly manner, as far as Christian perspectives not being welcome, why they're not being welcomed in academia. Basically, what I got out of it for the most part is that the work that a lot of researchers or those professors, those in academia do, really the research that you do, the outcome doesn't rely necessarily on your Christian beliefs that you hold, say a science experiment or some kind of historical research. All of that goes on the same regardless of your Christian or non-Christian beliefs. Some subjects that you do study will certainly be impacted by your beliefs, say more than other subject areas. As a Christian, you should always keep that forefront, and you have kind of a different lens with which to observe things and research things. But for the most part, it shouldn't impact in a negative way. Unfortunately, a lot of this has been taken out of college settings where it's totally done away with and you're not even allowed to discuss it, which is kind of sad because colleges and universities are a place of where you're supposed to be able to have public discourse, talk amongst each other, discuss things. You can have a positive and negative discussions. The point is you learn by not only researching your viewpoint and what supports that, but also others and where they come from and what they have to support their arguments. Also, part of this, I was doing some research or reading on some of the reviews that were done of his book. I came across one review, and it was written by, let me get his name here, Robert McElroy, and he reviewed it, a fairly positive one. And another one that I read was not as positive. It was actually fairly negative. I don't have the name right off the bat here. Another kind of an interesting thing that I came across was Marsden wrote responses to some of these reviews that were done and kind of would step through and explain his points or what they may have misunderstood about him. And that was very interesting. I'll have those links as well in my post, so you can at least look at those and see what professors that did a review on his book, and then he came back and reviewed what they said to kind of straighten, things out and explain better. A very good book. I would hope that Christian perspectives would grow in education. And I know here at Liberty, they're encouraged, but not everywhere. But hopefully that'll change in the future. And I think it gives kind of some good information for that. Thanks again, and I wish you the best in your studies, and maybe we'll see you again in another class.